Hi, I'm Calvin Powers. I'm the Managing Editor for Security at IBM DeveloperWorks. This is an exciting week for those of us in security at IBM because IBM has just released its X-Force Trends Report for year-end 2012. I've asked Michael Hamlin to join me. He's a security architect in the CTO office for IBM's X-Force Group, and I wanted him to tell us a little bit about the report and some of the findings.
Thanks, Calvin. So the X-Force Trend and Risk Report, it's kind of an assessment of the security landscape with a particular focus looking at vulnerabilities and exploits. The report's designed to help clients better understand and stay ahead of the latest risks. It gathers facts from numerous intelligence sources as well as a collaboration of several groups here within IBM. So we have the X-Force Research and Development team. They're responsible for researching and analyzing new threats and trends, and they maintain a database that's now over 68,000 computer security vulnerabilities that they maintain. And then we have the content security team that has a global set of web crawlers that scours, categorizes the internet. They collect spam internationally and report on that. Our global managed service security team, they have 10 security operations centers around the world, focusing on right around 4,000 clients, and they're processing well over 15 billion events per day, and all that data comes into this.
So this report is based on what IBMers are actually seeing in the field at their client sites and what they're actually collecting from the internet and live sources. This is not a theoretical discussion, but it's a reflection of what they actually see going on in the field.
Exactly. So whether it's the professional services team, whether it's the managed service team that's here running those firewalls and the network security for folks, or whether it's the research team going out and looking at malware or threats or how attackers are actually breaking into sites today.
So were there any interesting surprises in the most recent report that just came out that caught your eye?
So one of them is around, we've had a trend of lots of attacks this year that made the press, right? We've heard of things like the advanced persistent threats, or what started with Google calling the Aurora attacks. So as these went on, we've shifted a lot of media to covering those. But when we looked at the data and looked at the trends, we actually find one thing interesting is that those aren't the most prevalent attacks. They are serious, they are ongoing, but the majority of the data breaches are from very tried and true hacking methods. Guys that are following the path of least resistance, they're finding very low-hanging fruit, and mostly with SQL injection and cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, two very common exploits that happen in our web apps that actually are 100% preventable.
Yeah, I know the industry's been struggling for years. You would think that after knowing SQL injection attacks for so long, we'd be able to knock that one out, but it seems like the industry's still struggling with it.
We do, and I think it's a matter of how quickly we roll code out and we forget. And I think we're just starting to get more proficient with our secure software development lifecycle, which is part of the trend we saw is that we do see enterprise software getting better. So companies are adapting things like static analysis and dynamic analysis of their code. The other one that was interesting was looking at the attacks to Java. So the number of 0 days coming out for Java continued to increase while we saw Flash and Adobe go down. One of the things is that the Java plugin doesn't run in a sandbox, which technically is kind of a way to kind of put a jail around this code as it executes. So when you exploit a Java plugin in a browser, it allows you to install malicious software onto that target machine pretty easily.
And because Java is owned by one company and browsers are owned by different organizations, it's a matter of the coordination between.
Yeah, one of the things that happens is there's a lot of Java variables out there. Versions out there. So we have lots of clients running Java on Windows, on Linux, on Mac. So it's a very prolific target. And when you think about this malware, it's not script kiddies or trying to get famous anymore. It's a legitimate business. It's an underground business that makes billions of dollars. So where can I make more money? Attacking one machine at a time or attacking thousands of machines at a time? So there are actually web kits, and we talk about it in the trend report, is that there are malicious organizations that sell a web kit that you can buy with built-in code to automate your exploiting of whatever target you want to attack.
So not only is there a business in attacking computers, there's a business in supporting the people who attack the computers.
Exactly. You can even buy a cloud that comes turnkey that gives you a place to host your malware and gives you botnets to send it out and attack an organization.
All right, well, that's all we have time for today. Michael, thanks for sharing that with me, and thanks for being my guest.
Thanks, Calvin. Glad to join you.
Y'all can read more about this report and all of the other findings in the X-Force reports by going to ibm.co/xforce12. That's ibm.co/xforce12.